How's all doing, troops? It's Ravie Davie here at Fresh Prince of the Morning Square, and I'm joined by my partner,
Georgia.
and this is the 10 Years In podcast, episode 32.
Two.
What's that in French? I haven't got to bother. I don't know why that's two times I've done that in a row, man. My fucking parts getting stale. But anyway, when it's not getting stale, that's what I said. I just literally said that. I said it 2 times in a row. Right, so don't you batter and just let me finish my conversation. Alright, you honey bunny.
Wow.
Thank you. Anyway, as I was saying, but what isn't stale is our new wee plaque that we got. Technically, actually, it is stale, to be honest. No, this isn't being cheeky, you know what I mean? But actually, we've had this since January. But Caden put it in a random. The guy Jambo for the port on TikTok, who made this lovely thing for us. Thank you, Jambo. Gave it to Caden for some reason, and Caden, God love him, he's a legendary boy. But he's got about 4 brain cells and his wee head knock it down. But he's no like he just put that in a bag that was lying at the merch and it was just forgot, but never said to anybody, oh by the way, somebody's gave me this. So Georgia found it the other day. So by the way, Jambo, if you're watching this, it's not that we didn't like your present, we actually love it, it's fucking fantastic. But we didn't know what it was because you gave it to a 16-year-old boy who was more concentrating on his wrestling match that night than the present you gave us. But anyway, besides that, thank you very much. Now what we want to say, honey bunny?
I've just got to say, Caden was selling merch that night, and he was like the first person as you came in the door, and I was probably taking the tickets.
Aye.
So he's probably gave it to Caden. I think Caden put it up on the fireplace in Helensburgh.
See, I nearly lost it now. So Caden was concentrating also selling his merch then, because that's one thing that he's really good at, is selling merchandise and making himself money. There's actually new Caden Cross t-shirts available. Hit him up if you're looking for any.
I think you've taught him to be a good salesman, to be fair.
How? Because he watches me and stuff like that?
No, Caden's that way with you. When you tell him to go and do something, he will do exactly what you ask him to do.
Unless it's flying.
But he won't do things off his own back.
I know, the initiative.
Aye.
The initiative.
He's
And
still
then
young though.
The other day, because I was pure shard with all this moving into the Hingway, the hub, or the move,
Church.
the church, sorry, moving the van and stuff like that. I was like, Caden, Caden had done all the jobs that he'd been told to do. So I go outside and I'm still moving stuff in. And I go outside and it's not just Caden, to be fair to him, but there's a couple of bodies outside, and Caden's the worst offender for it. So they're all just standing outside and I was like, what the fuck he's doing, man? Like, still plenty of jobs to be done. I was like, we finished the job he told us. It's like, he's clearly know that everything's not done. We've got a big move today, you know what I mean? Like, you need to tell us. And obviously I was like, Caden, like, use a bit of initiative. Then Big Ross obviously jumped in, stick up for Caden, like, actually, with autism, you need to tell us what to do. I was like, fuck's sake, Ross, man, no. Like, you know what I mean? Big Ross coming from me. I was like, I'm obviously just stressed out trying to make sure everybody's working, man. You know what I mean?
No, that is right, because if you tell Caden or ask him to do something, he
He'll
does
do
it,
it,
he
don't
bother,
bother.
but he won't.
He won't just do half his head back.
Aye.
He'll just sit and...
Aye. He's like that to me yesterday in wrestling. That he was tired on Friday when he woke up on Friday morning before the show. He thought, I'm just got to gee this up. Just got to gee it up. And I'm like, Caden, you will never give this up. You absolutely love it. He's like, aye. And I just, as soon as I get in that wrestling ring and everybody was cheering for me and the adrenaline hit, that was it. All the feelings of why I love wrestling just came back.
So dramatic, isn't it, man? Such a diva. But to be fair, I'm actually proud of Caden and another one of my trainees, Nick Justice, because on Friday we had a wrestling show. I bet you all thought we got to start with the church being open. No, starting with the wrestling show we had on Friday. George is looking down at a notepad. Like, actually, I was about to start with this, but anyway, go on, you go off, you pop, David. Just spat everywhere, man. Hope whoever's in next, doesn't it? Sorry, Curtis, mate. Anyway, as I was saying there, I was very proud of both of them because we had 2 American wrestlers over on the show for a big wrestling company called GCW, Game Changer Wrestling. Kind of probably the closest thing to like ECW for back in the day right now. And the 2 of them were over from America on like a tour. So I booked them for the show. Really good names to get on it. Always good to get like American, because that's where wrestling originated. Well, maybe not originated, but it's where it's most popular. So I told both of them who they were wrestling. I told the guy Richard Holiday, who's in Caden, he's against Caden, who's 16 years old and he's only been wrestling for 2 years. And I told the other guy Manders, he was in with a guy who'd been wrestling for like a year and a half. And I could kind of tell by their demeanour and how they were like, talking to him about it. They were like, oh man, we're in with really like some new guys, some greenhorns. That means like newbies in wrestling. Like, we're in with some like real greenhorns. And I was like, aye man, but usually when you go places, you'll go in and use all the stars, but he's coming out of this building, the Fairfield Club, they're the stars here, and I want guys like you to come in and wrestle them so they can get to your level and actually be on the level of stars that they're getting treated as in the building. And I could just tell that they're on in their mind, they're these big stars for America, so they're obviously wanting to go and wrestle the best matches possible, wrestle against all the top guys from the company. They're in their mind, they're like, oh, I've come all the way from America, I'm going to have to wrestle these two wee trainees that aren't really properly trained, probably have not really wrestled much. And then after both of their matches, which were both really good matches, both guys came up to me and really praised the boys, saying that thank you for putting them in the match and they really enjoyed it and stuff like that, and it was a good atmosphere, and the boys done really well, which obviously as a coach is I feel it was like a pat in the back for what I done. Also a pat in the back as a promoter as well, because I feel I know what I'm doing when I'm booking these shows. I've been doing it for 3 years now, and I feel like I've got a good wee formula how to get my guys over as the talent that there are. A lot of places will pander to these big stars coming over for places, whereas I see it as they're only here for one show. Maybe I'll bring them back and stuff, but why are they winning? Why would I have them why would I build them as a star when they're not going to be here? That people aren't going to, not saying that people won't buy tickets to see them, but I'm wanting my guys to be the guys to sell tickets, so we build them up as the stars, and then that's hopefully what it does, and the guys were really proud of it, buzzing after the match. What did you think of the show and the matches in general?
Amazing. Like the shows that, that we do are just getting better and better. I can see that most of the people I would say that come to our wrestling shows aren't the biggest wrestling fans, and they've only got to know the characters that are really part of CPW. So you're right, they are the stars, Caden and Nick Justice and that, even if he is a bad guy, and Apollos.
Shoot Apollos. To be fair, but he's like, I actually will say it. I'm not going to actually say that, actually.
So I know it was brilliant, and love all the French guys that come over, dead friendly and stuff, and they really enjoyed themselves as well.
One gave me a black eye.
I know, your match was brilliant. That's obviously round 2. David and Eagle Blanc were wrestling last year in Paris, and then this was round 2.
That's probably my best match in 2024 against him, and I'd say so far that's the best match I've had this year. So the guy's good, and I feel we had. I feel like
it puts you through your paces a bit.
It definitely does, man.
I feel like I can see the nerves in you when I'm watching you.
Nah, it's no nerves. It's just that I'm more focused on not being sick, because obviously, especially on show days, I need to keep myself fueled, and so maybe not make the best choices about a meeting and stuff like that. Know what I mean? Like a scrambled black rooster with chicken and rice in it, and macaroni bites and some chips and that earlier on. So before my match, I was making myself sick a wee bit just to make sure that it didn't happen out there in the ring.
Has that happened to you before?
No comment. Actually, it has happened quite a few times. I've been sick. I was sick of myself. My first big match was against a boy called I'm not getting my shout out. Actually, it was against a boy in the garage. It was the first time like Big 5-0 I came to see me wrestle, and as I was about to, he was about to do a move to me, man. I'm hanging upside down, and like, I can just feel myself about to be sick. I was like, "Need to hold that in me, need to hold that in me." It just went look, but I'm hanging upside down, so it went look. Right on my face, man. The boys just picked me up, let's go home, man. Finish 1, 2, 3. Like, oh, embarrassing. And then I wrestled that boy again, right? So that was my first ever like, big match. If I bet him I was got the hydro the next day, spoiler, I lost. Then later I wrestled the same boy in Govan in the Pierce Institute. First time ever wrestling in Govan. Sick again. Not I mean, obviously I must have been getting fucking. But wasn't it at the right fitness levels either back then? But it was definitely the nerves of wrestling in front of my friends and family for in Govan. And then I was sick twice recently. Ooh, tired, man. Need that energy drink. Been out all day. Been up there. Actually got a cheek to be tired, and I had a 8 hours sleep last night for the first time in ages.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if you've been sick before, because I know there's been multiple times. But it's obviously like a mixture of so much nerves, and then also as well, I was thinking about this on Friday. I was thinking that must be so hard to work with people who, like the French guys, some of them could speak good English, some of them couldn't, and try to get to know them and stuff like that must be quite hard.
That's what they said. We had them in for the seminar on Thursday, and Ego and Kuro both said that it was very hard doing a seminar in English, because obviously a lot of the words that they use, they don't need to use for. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just never had to say that word in English, or so they had to really think of how to say it or how to explain it and stuff.
Did you have to keep correcting them in that?
No, I was obviously, because I was kind of like, I was in for the team seminar, but I had to go in and sort the electrician and all that for the church on the Thursday, so I didn't really have and I was like kind of starting to tide up now, so I didn't really take part as much
Yeah.
as I'd like to have.
But everybody seemed to enjoy the seminar as
It
well.
was really good. I think we've done. I think all the seminars we do are really good. I wouldn't invite, being cheeky to anybody, I wouldn't invite somebody that I didn't think would be able
Be
to
worth it.
put on a good seminar to the show and not to the trainees. And I mean, I want my wrestlers to learn as much as possible, take wee bits and bobs here and there.
Yeah.
So if there's somebody that I don't think that the way I see it is there something that they can teach them that I can't?
Aye.
Know what I mean?
Yeah. So you said something about the church there. The church is opened. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders. That was a lot of
stress,
emotions.
a lot of stress,
just
man.
horrible.
Honestly, but it was worth it.
What a week.
What a 3-4 weeks.
Aye, but last week it's like, wow. I know, and then we started pure arguing all last week and all. It was just
Fighting
like,
each other all
wow.
the time about day, man. It's like usually I just let you shout at me and all, but I was like, no, man, who you fucking talking to? Fucking your fault this time.
But seeing the Wayne's faces on Saturday was worth it.
It was buzz. We had 28. So the first class we had 24 kids. Some left, sort of some stayed for the double session. Then the second class we had 28 kids. As I said, some of them would have been kids that were obviously already there. Then in the teenage class we had 22. And then the adult class we had about 8. So it was really, really a busy day. I feel like the adult class would probably pick up a bit more. Just kind of only announced the
Weekend sessions.
I only announced the change of the timetable that week. So busy weekend as well with the seminar on the Thursday, the show on the Friday. Some of us were wrestling on Saturday as well, grassroots and stuff like that. So was a long weekend. So I can kind of expect it not to be busy for the adult classes, but it will pick up, especially now with the system that I'm doing. A lot of people, I only had like 2 beginners classes for the adults and 2 beginners classes for the teenagers. But now basically every class will be a beginners and an intermediate class, because we've got 2 rings. We've got a 14-foot ring for the advanced and more intermediate wrestlers to like work on their positioning, their ring, their footwork, kind of like. There's sometimes in shows that things happen where it's not expected, so we're under like a wee, like the party's under the roof and all that, which you need to like think into it when you're like doing stuff and that. So and then there's the big ring for the beginners. Obviously, if like no beginners were to turn up, we just use both rings and stuff for one of the classes, which is really good. It just saves a lot of standing about and stuff like that as well, which I feel like in a lot every wrestling school I've ever been to, every seminar I've ever been to, there's a lot of standing, but there still will be some standing about. But I feel like with 2 rings, you get a lot more engagement, and we've got the outside areas now as well, and we've even got that wee roll about area at the very top. So
aye, I think that's what I noticed as well. Obviously, when I came to the classes, sometimes to pick up bow, that a lot of wrestling, because there's only like 1 ring before, so you're waiting on somebody doing the rolls, and you're just standing there for ages. So they end up all the way and start dummy fighting in that when they're waiting.
Exactly. And especially as well, the church is cold, so I'm going to need to stop as much standing about as possible.
Aye.
Like when we had a new wee girl, she was only 7, not got her name obviously, but she was a wee bundle of joy, loved it. But at one point she's stoning as one of the moves, and she's like, I'm absolutely freezing. I was like, I just go out of the heater there and put her hands on, and she's like stoning up, but she's still like, she's doing it with her hands behind her, but this, so she can still watch everything that's happening. She's like, that's nice and warm.
So many new people signed up.
I know, man. I know. We had about 10 people sign up all in for all the classes, and 3 girls as well, which a lot of people always ask me when they're messaging for their daughters or stuff like that. Oh, is girls allowed to join? Of course girls are allowed to join. It's just we've not got a lot of female. Maybe I'd say we've got quite a few females that go to the adult and teenage class, but we don't have many that go to the kids class. So we actually encourage more to come, in the fact that we'll actually get about 5 or 6 now with these new lasses that have signed up, so we've actually got quite a few. So we'd encourage you to bring your daughters along if they are into wrestling, or if you're just looking for them to try something different to get their confidence out. No, all girls like ballet, dancing, ballet, fuck's it. That's not the tax, but we're not in that tax bracket, not being sent up into ballet, fuck's it. But not everybody, not everyone likes, not every young girl likes gymnastics or dance or that stuff. So if you want to come down and try them out with wrestling, feel free, because I only think it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. The first 2 matches in Elimination Chamber were both women's matches, the actual Elimination Chamber itself, and Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus. That's basically my childhood, the bird I fancied when I was a wee boy, teaming up with Bose the band that Bo fancies, not when, so it was a big night in the household for us.
See you on Saturday. So we've got a tuck shop and we had like noodles and we'd bought an urn and me and David forgot to turn the urn on and all the wains were starving. So we'd plugged the urn in and then I realised I had no forks, so I had to jump to the shop. When I came back, they were all like, I'm starving. When's it got? But they were like,
The classes started back and all that and all, man.
to the
But before
reception. Some of the wains that came next, they'd already started the second class. Some of them were coming up like, Ravie Davie, when's my noodles got? The other ones were going, I've got £2, what can I buy? I was like, this is so overwhelming. There was so many of them like shouting at you at the same time. I was like, this place is mental. It was brilliant though.
That was good, man. We've already got a bit of damage, not I mean, cut of the ways down the bouncy on the wee window edges, and they've kicked a bit of plaster off the wall, so luckily one of the wrestlers a plaster will be able to get that fixed. But lucky I didn't see it, because I was also up to Hydo on Saturday and Sunday. I would have shouted as loud as I can, and the echo in the place is mental, man.
Aye, it's got to be so good for a show.
We had 28 kids doing their entrances, and honestly, I thought there was about 100 people in there. How loud it was!
Aye, it was brilliant.
Oh, it was great.
It was so good. I feel
so,
like I've got a wrestling hangover.
I say, man.
Today, like, just although we went to bed early, it was not enough sleep.
Not enough kissing and cuddling.
No, like David's like, oh, I said I watched the Elimination Chamber with you, and within 3 minutes, out cold. Then I was like, oh, I'll go back and watch what I've been watching. So I've been watching this documentary, a bit elastic.
So you never even stayed, you asked me to watch the wrestling, you never kept
I watched
watching?
some of it, and then I was like, no, because if I managed, this is what I was just about to say. The documentary I was watching is a lassie called Gabby Petito. It's just came out on Netflix.
Gabby Petito?
It's just came out on Netflix. It's 3 episodes, and it's took me a full week to watch the 3 of them because I keep falling asleep. So I thought last night, if I stay up and watch the last one, then I'll be able to come the night and talk about it. Did I? No. Fell asleep. I know, but I'll be able to talk about it next week. But have you watched it, Curtis? It's good, isn't it? So I'm just at the bit where you actually find out what happens. But I feel like I've done a David, and I feel like I've already sussed it out. But watch this, I'll be so wrong.
I've not actually managed to watch the Elimination Chamber. But Georgia said about guessing things to the end. I could never in a million years in my entire life guess the ending of Elimination Chamber. 7,786 days is how long John Cena has been a good guy, a babyface in the WWE, and of all the times to finally turn heel, be a bad guy, he decides to do it on his retirement tour, which honestly, it solidifies his status as the GOAT, if you ask me, because John Cena could have quite easily just sat at the... What are you laughing at?
I thought you were just going to call him John. I thought you were going to say
we were on
John.
Twitter, obviously, so we follow each other on Twitter, so we're obviously at first name status, isn't that?
I thought you were just going to call him John, which would have been funny.
My good mate John, obviously, that follows me on Twitter. X now, for those that call it that, know what I mean? He could have solidified his position as the GOAT for the simple reason it's his nostalgia tour, his retirement tour. Could have simply just went to every venue that he goes to wrestles, go out there, never give up, you can't see me, sell all the merchandise, get a thank you, Cena, see you later, all that kind of stuff. But no, he's going out with a bang. He's literally done the big... Honestly, I think it's bigger than Hulk Hogan turning a bad guy in the 90s, because Hulk Hogan was starting to get booed off people, right? Whereas John Cena... people started to boo him and all that because he's been forced down off roads. Then he got past that stage and he's like a hero and he's getting cheered again. So he could have just bowed out, sees later, everybody loves me, thank you very much. But no, he's sided with The Rock, turned on Cody, which is going to help Cody become the biggest good guy in wrestling. And they knew every single WWE show is much watched telly, because and what's going to happen was the ironic thing is John Cena's got to get cheered more than ever now, probably because there's the amount of guys and girls that have been waiting 21 years for this to happen are finally now like, yes, man. do.
I need to tell Bo that John Cena turned a bad guy. He's like that. What? Like, genuine shock.
I watched it and I was like, that's...
You're like, John Cena's just turned heel.
That was the business owner on me, obviously. Like, what the fuck, man, John, you can't be doing that, mate, crushing all the Wayne's fucking spirits, man, when I'm trying to get him into the wrestling school, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? We need you, John. I need you. Never give up. What happened to that? Hustle, loyalty, respect, man. Fucking hell.
Oh God, you're a
It's quite funny to be fair. There's like hundreds of TikTok memes and all that about it, like mad guys going like, that's me got to cheating my girlfriend now because obviously John Cena said hustle, loyalty, respect.
fucking
And now he's
men
turned
need
heel.
any excuse, eh?
I mean, if John Cena's fucking turned his back when all the Make-A-Wish wins and all that and fucking everybody else, man.
He'd never.
Well, he's fucking turned bad guy now. Has he got his still days? I don't.
It's not the Wednesday's fault.
I don't know. I don't even think they're going to request him now. They don't look like, I want to see John Cena. Fuck's sake, man. I end up punching us with a Rolex. And do you know the best thing about it was? But I think the best, and a lot of people heavy slagging it, right? But I think the funniest and the best thing about it was is Travis Scott sitting in the corner while The Rock and John Cena are doing this Pure Series promo, just smoking a big blunt. Just got.
But at the Elimination Chamber?
In the ring, while this is happening, Travis Scott's like there and all.
For real?
For real. Jolly Boy John is for real.
Jolly.
But it's obviously it's Burniston.
Aye. That's crazy.
Aye.
See, I would never have made it that far to
No, we wouldn't. I would
Yeah,
not.
that's
I
just
would not.
3.5
That's
hours.
what.
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours.
Also, as well, Alexa Bliss was getting swung about so badly.
There's a bit of all, man. It's went viral that Liv Morgan is getting powerbombed, man. Her pants are
I know, I saw that. She's getting her pants pulled to the side.
pants are, not I mean, for Bianca Belair's but take it
I
for
know.
dinner for fuck's sake, man. Not I mean, open up pants to the side.
Right, so I've been watching I was listening to a podcast.
But what?
And it was because Chloe Ferry for Geordie Shore was on it. It's like a guy that invites guests on, but I can't remember his name. And
Guy who invites guests on show.
yeah, he's American. I think he might be on Celebs Go Dating, but that's a total. I don't know if I've just made that up. Anyway, I don't know him. I just watched it because clips were coming up on TikTok of Chloe Ferry. Do you know her?
Is Chloe Ferry Geordie Shore?
Aye.
The one
Yeah.
that-
Right, so this
the
is what
mad
they were-
one?
Aye.
Aye, I know her.
Right, so this is what they were talking about because she's 29 now. This is her
She's
last
only
year.
29?
Aye, this is her last
Fuck's
year.
sake. Who's the other one? The mad, the even crazier one?
Charlotte?
Aye.
Sophie, it might be.
No, it's Charlotte, mate.
Right,
I don't even know
so...
who Sophie is.
Okay.
Sophie's not famous enough. She never made the cut.
Right, so Chloe is
I'll
in...
tell
the-
mainstream.
You, but I'm actually got to kick you so much. This is last year in her 20s,
Right.
and because she's been on reality TV for so many years, she's now in this big transition to change her life. She regrets having surgery. She got her BBL removed and all this stuff.
I thought you were
And
about to say she got a Brazilian room. I was like, how did they Did they put her pubes back on? Fuck's sake. Put her pubes back on, man. There you go, but there you go, and you're sorted. Do you have your landing strip or a wee arrow or something, man?
right, so, and the guy she was talking to says to her that he saw her transition for years and he knew that there was something special on her because he's knew her for when she was on Celebs Go Dating, which makes me think he was on that. Aye. And he said to her, in life, you're either just about to head into a storm, in the middle of a storm, or coming out the other end of a storm. And I thought, that's so true. I've never thought about it like that. And one, I was going to firstly ask you if you would agree with that, but I've got a feeling you'll just say no, and then this will be the conversation ended, which you've been doing quite a lot of the episodes, giving one word answers.
I don't agree with it because obviously like you're heading into a storm. So I'd say I agree with parts of it, right? Heading into a storm in the middle of a storm, or you're leaving a storm. But I'd also add to it, there's also the calm before the storm. I'd say that happens in life where you're always like you think everything's peachy keen and fine. And
But that would be you heading into it because at that point in
'cause
time,
I'd say heading into it, it's like shit. There's a storm a brewing. Know what I mean? I'd say so. There's obviously a time in your life where you're calm and that you think everything's gone good. Like what my nana used to do when she used to tell people of me I was behaved,
aye,
and then I'd end up going and doing something stupid. Know what I mean? But that's the calm before the storm.
yeah.
And then when you're entering the storm, you see it coming. So I actually do agree with it, but I'd say there's other parts to it.
Nah, I don't think you see storms coming until you're actually in the middle of them. So I think for last year, for probably about 6 months last year, I was steady, just floating through life. Everything was going absolutely fine. I knew this year, since January, probably since the end of December, I've constant change in my life. And it's not until like, the last 2 weeks I thought, fuck, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just feel like I'm just walking about here. I've no in control of any of these decisions or any of these things that are going on. But I didn't see that come. And it's got you thinking.
Aye. Be good
So,
to know
yeah.
who the guy was, because in case. Like,
Well, I'll be able to find them because I've been listening to Mary, the podcast.
what's the podcast called?
Yeah, I've got no idea. I can't remember.
No idea.
Right, do you believe in superstitions?
I split poles. Like, no, I don't split poles, but I'll go under a ladder and I'd happily break a mirror. But if I see a magpie, I say one magpie. Saw by two. Bring
It's
good.
good luck to me and you.
So I feel like there's but I don't actually believe in it. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
If I see one magpie, I'm not going to start run a bit looking for a second one. Like,
Aye.
oh, Mr. Magpie, where's Mrs. Magpie? Oh,
Aye.
know what I mean? But like, there's ones that I do because I think I've been conditioned to them. But
Aye.
I don't believe that it's the end of the world or I'm actually going to get
Yeah.
real bad luck for it.
I was just asking that because I watched a video.
Do you believe in them?
I watched a video on TikTok earlier and the lassie was like, fun fact, I had to go to counselling because I couldn't stop saluting magpies. And I was thinking, that's actually something that I would do. Because years ago, I never used to salute magpies or anything. And then my pal started doing it because she was doing it. I thought, I better start doing this. And then I could feel myself getting quite hooked on it. And when I'd see magpies all the time.
I better start doing this.
But then when I used to just see one magpie, and it would be like early in the morning before I was going to work, I'd be like, fucking day's ruined. So a few years ago, probably in the last like 2.5 years or something, I've intentionally had to look at them or like, and you had to like train myself to be like, it's not going to be a bad day today. Or like people say touch wood or touch hairy wood. I used to think it was touch hairy wood, and I'd be like, I don't fucking know where hairy wood is.
No, hairy wood, it is touch hairy wood.
I know, I knew that, I knew. But when I was younger, I thought it was...
There's no actually, but...
What?
Is
it no touch hair on wood?
No, it's touch hairy wood. If you it's touch wood, right? If just no wood, but see, there's no wood about. They say touch hairy wood and you touch your head because it sounds like you're...
Oh, really?
Aye.
I fucking learn something new every day. I don't think that's right. I used to think a blue band was called a blue band.
See, there's actually no. Now that you've said this, this is actually a point that I've been meaning to. I wanted to take it to TikTok, to be fair, but we'll take it here first, right? Because it's been grinding my gears, and I want to know what people think, right? So people have been wishing us good luck on our new adventure, right? And I think they're saying it wrong. I think it's meant to be good luck on your new venture. Your venture is your next thing that you're doing. You're venturing into something bigger or better.
Aye.
But people obviously I get where the mix-up comes through. And I get it might actually be an adventure, me opening this wrestling school.
Yeah.
But it's no an adventure. No, I mean, an adventure's, I'm going on an adventure, let's fucking go to Alton Towers. We'll fucking walk there backwards. No, I mean, like, an adventure is like...
Yeah,
like
I get
thrill
that.
Seeking.
I would have never have noticed that. Talking about TikTok, right? Because we post stuff on TikTok, we get collab invites.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been asked to collab with somebody for hemorrhoid cream, and I think it's because you bloody told the world that you use my moisturiser.
Tell them to get it done in, man.
I'm not
Let's see if it's any better than Aveeno. See, to be fair, but I know people definitely just look at your followings and just send things. See the amount of time on TikTok, like my emails and that, I get asked to fucking, to be fair, right, I get it, I've got a set of tits, right, so it might be because of that, but I get asked to like, advertise bikinis, fucking nightgowns, fucking straighteners, which also is funny because I've got fucking no hair, fucking, what else do I get quite a lot? Like, creams and stuff, but it's no like cream, like bum cream I'd actually fucking love, know what I mean? But like creams like for like facials and stuff like that, know what I mean?
Aye. I never got asked to promote it and that I would actually buy myself, so I can't take any of the samples because
I just say to them, man, if you want me to collab with you, man, I charge £500 on tap a commission. And the cheeky bastards have a cheek to go like, no, we don't offer paid collaborations. Obviously, I'm trying to scare them away, you know what I mean? They're like, we don't offer paid collaborations. Like, well, I don't offer fucking free work because your stuff that you're offering me is absolutely shite, so nobody's going to fucking buy it in the first place. But think about it, and even if I did go, alright, for a laugh, or I'll wear the bikini and I'll advertise it, and that would be funny. Even if I did that, right, and got the views for it, I wouldn't, nobody would buy it. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to actually fucking buy it. So if you want me to do that, fucking pay me.
Aye, that's the same with me. I'm like, none of this stuff I would use, so you'd be able to see right through
well,
me that I was
caused
lying.
a bit of a stir and all, man. I done a video on TikTok where it's like, oh, let me think about it. I'll get back to you in the morning. I said about how when people ask me to do free food reviews, I'm like saying, well, I say that I'm not doing it, basically. And people were getting quite offended, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's just not, you should be doing it, or you used to do them for free. And I was like, aye, but I don't want to do food reviews anymore. I'm trying to get fit and healthy. You know what I mean? I want to go try and keep the gym. I think one of my biggest problems is I'm a greedy fat bastard, you know what I mean? I love eating food, man. It's my favourite thing. Honestly, genuinely, I know I say wrestling and all that and everything, but honestly, do you know what my favourite thing in the world is? And I can't do it anymore, is drinking a 2 litre, a full fat iron brew with my dinner at the side, man, and just smashing it. Honestly, that is my favourite thing in the world. I don't get to do it anymore.
We were just talking on the way up here, just saying that whenever we're stressed out of it, and we just eat crap.
Greedy fat buggers, man.
Constantly. I've been eating wheat. I said to Dave all day, sorry God for I've wheated, because I've been...
She had a wheat day. Some of my cheat days, she has a wheat day.
No, man, this makes me feel like crap. My skin breaks out. I feel horrible, but yet I'm still eating it. Mm-hmm. Like, honestly, it's just like math ain't mathing.
Isn't it, man?
Anyway, I wanted to pull you up for something.
Here we go again.
Here we go. Right, so on TikTok.
Hey, I go back, man. I don't think I was finished. What was I got to say? What was I saying? That was eating's my favourite thing to do in the world. Where was I going for a bit?
Oh, because your video that you posted.
Actually, my video. So I would actually love to go and eat all these class foods and all and do food reviews, but I end up a big fat bastard and it won't help my wrestling career. So I charge, and I'll see if somebody was to ask me how much it is. Like, if you want to find out, it is, email my message, raviedavie94@gmail.com. Email me kidding on that you've got a food place and ask me my price and I'll send it out to you, know what I mean? But it's not meant to be like, you're not meant to look at the price of me doing a food review and go, that's a fucking bargain. You're meant to go like, oh, that is quite expensive. Maybe I'll not do it because I don't want to do it. Know what I mean? And if you want, but at the end of the day, I also make sure, like, if I do food reviews, usually the person will make 4 times, 5 times the money. So it isn't as if I'm bumping you, you're going to make your money back. Yeah. But I don't really feel like an hour of my time, especially I don't drive or anything like that, so I'm going to do a food review for you. There's a good chance I'm travelling there for an hour, travelling back for an hour.
And I'm travelling there.
Something, but most of the time, well, obviously, a lot of these places that are asking me don't open like during the day and stuff like that, I know. So it's me that's travelling, you're right, but
it. Cheat to tell Indy about it.
So it's about 3 hours of my day, so it's actually a bargain when you think about it.
Okay, that's that point covered.
That's me covered that. But
right, now it's time to pull you up then.
Go on.
Right, so on TikTok, me and David got a wee thing going where we send each other a lot of videos. Where we obviously think that something, quite a lot of times it's like Jay Jackson talking in the background when we're just relating to each other. But in my opinion, I reply to all your videos and be like, ha ha, hee hee, oh that was funny, oh that relates to me so much. What do you do to mine? Fucking no reply, nulch, nada, not a fucking thing, dead to the world, no reply. Sometimes doesn't even open it, and I'm getting messages from TikTok to say to me, don't let the streak end. Nah, what chance you got if you got fucking somebody who can't even reply to you?
Well, sorry, hen.
No, sorry.
Undertaker and Brock Lesnar taught me one thing at WrestleMania 30. All streaks come to an end.
Oh, really?
Right, aye. The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak can fucking end, and your wee TikTok streak can end. So just you calm down.
See,
okay then.
That's what I was trying to say. There's a recording of Jay Jackson going about the new, and she's saying to Craig, "But you just got to let me starve then. You don't made me dinner." I said to David, "That's you, and I don't make you dinner, and I'm buying a takeaway for myself." You're like, and see if David doesn't want a takeaway. He's like, "Well, what am I got to eat? What am I supposed to eat?" And I'm like, "Fucking feed yourself. Just got to let me starve." See when Jay Jackson's on live and she's all serious, and then she just does a wee smile. That makes my day. No. And she's playing the tune for the police, and the police are like, "Do you want to just turn that off for the now?" And she's like, "But am I not allowed to play music?"
Craig is a beast. Funny one.
Right, anyways, that's us wrapping it up. We are going to Amsterdam on Thursday,
I'm wrestling in Germany on Friday,
Saturday.
and Saturday, and Sunday I'll be back in Edinburgh to wrestle for Discovery at their 10-year anniversary. And I'm rhyming because I'm Ravie, and I'm gonna finish it now. So see you later, bro.
Bye-bye.
Catch you.